episode 6 of the Kitchen Chats, and our title today and topic is Brave and Afraid, the Paradox. And I brought a couple friends with me today. Thank you, Lisa and Laurie. I will have you guys introduce yourselves real quick.
I'm Lisa Graziano, and I have been married for 32 years. My husband and I have a 20-year-old son who was diagnosed very shortly after birth with Prader-Willi syndrome. It's a rare, very complex medical disorder, pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Lisa's also a marriage and family therapist, so it's always wonderful to have her present at any event or support group as well. So we're very lucky to have her here today.
So my name is Laurie Hall, and I am the proud mom of 2 young adult sons, aged 20, almost 25 in a week, and 21. One a college graduate, one almost there. I feel like the thing I want to say most about me is that I'm amazed daily by how my sons bring me to my knees, becoming the men they're destined to become, however that looks, whatever that means. I feel very, very lucky to be a part of that. So both of my sons are neurodiverse. My younger son has a language processing disorder and hasn't needed much outside of school support. My older son is very neurologically complex, has severe sensory issues, inability to process anything related to the senses. But in spite of all of that, has gone to grammar school, high school, and graduated college with a degree in business marketing.
Wow, congrats.
Good for him.
Yeah, that's great.
Very happy, very, very happy for him. And I'm proud to be the mom that's supporting him.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
I'm thrilled.
So today's topic is about the fears that we all share as special needs moms. We each have our own lists that we have recalled and shared, and we'll be sharing with you all. And there's, many that are common to all. Some are specific to our journeys, which we'll probably mention. So who would like to go first?
So I sort of broke my fears out as a parent.
I know, certainly at the time of Ryan's diagnosis, how is this going to play out? What is this going to look like? And I see that in some of your questions, your fears. The what ifs that you do, well, throughout their life probably, we do the what ifs, but when it's all fresh and new, like, okay, now I know I'm on a different journey, whether it was time of diagnosis or you see milestones aren't being met, or your doctor is saying something, you're like, we're on a different path than I thought this would be. What do you think are the primary, so if we've got some moms who are early in their stage, what do you think are the primary?
I remember early on being afraid he would die, being afraid he had some degenerative muscle disorder.
Wow.
And the struggle with all of that, and eventually we ended up putting hardwood in on a lot of those carpeted surfaces. But those were frightening, and driving him to God knows where, to speech therapy, driving him to occupational therapy, driving him everywhere. And I remember showing up at those appointments very often in tears and handing over my child who was screaming his head off because he could hear the noise in the background. He knew he was going to have to touch things. He could smell things. I remember bawling my eyes out as I was literally handing my child over, and them telling me, we can help his brain develop. We can help his sensory system develop. But of course, there was never a when. And what did that really mean? So that, I think that sort of opened up the journey for us of getting really educated on what that meant, you know, just learning about the brain and the sensory system. And we had some all amazing therapists, caregivers, people who took time to educate us, pointed me to a place where I could learn and get educated. And we actually converted our garage into a sensory gym because we literally couldn't get our child out the door without calming his nervous system. So the director then of Pediatric Therapy Network came to our home and helped us literally. Fortunately, my husband's handy. So we had the swings, we had a ball pit, we had all kinds of things just to calm the sensory system. And eventually, that was the only way we were finally able to take him out of our home. And then start to experiment with being on the grass or being on the sand, which was a complete disaster.